Hello friends, welcome to our channel Kids Moral Story.
So today we are going to tell you the story of Anna and the water nymph.
Ahina and water nymphs. Ahina and Agoni were an old couple. They had no sons, only 5 daughters from they had given in marriage to 5 suitable young men. Ahina had done well in life. He had worked hard and earned a great deal of money, which he had distributed amongst his daughters, keeping for himself and Agoni only a small amount for meeting their bare daily needs. Agoni was very fond of eating fish. She would always request Ahina to go fishing for her. One day Ahina went to fish in a distant lake. Since he was very fond of chewing betel nut, he took with him his small bag containing all the things he needed for preparing the betel nut to eat while he finished. These included some leaves and some lime, as well a small mortar and pestle to grind the nut. Since Ahina had no teeth to chew, Ahina reached the lake. He sat down on the bank. He pulled out his little bag and began to prepare some betel nut to chew. As he pounded the nut with the mortar and pestle, he sang to himself, "Nuts and leaves mixed with lime. After I chew, it's fishing time."
Now it happened that water nymphs lived in the lake. They were very rich and owned a grand place at the bottom of the lake. The nymphs were very happy. They knew a good many wonderful arts, but they were greatly afraid of men. Thus, as Ahina sang, and the water nymphs heard him, they at once thought that Ahina meant to capture the 3 of them. Trembling with fear, the 3 nymphs rose to surface. They brought with them gifts with which they hoped to bribe the old man so that he may spare them. The first nymph brought large shellfish, an iron rod,
Large chital fish.
an iron rod, and a rope made out of a bark of them shame tree.
Sham tree. Approaching.
Ahina, the first nymph, fell on its knees and said, "Grandfather, I beg you to spare my life in exchange for which I offer you these gifts. The chetal fish you will find very tasty. This iron rod will at your bidding beat your enemies black and blue, while this rope will bind them together so that they cannot escape." Ahina was most surprised at the first. He did not understand what the nymphs meant, but soon he understood. As such, he answered, "Very well, I agree to accept your gift. I agree to spare your life."
I agree to spare your life. Well, as the first nymph went away, Ahina turned to the second. "Well, what have you got?" to offer me for sparing your life? He asked. Grandfather, take this magic dish, said the second nymph. It will provide you with the best food such as kings have not even eaten. Take also this magic robe. It will make you the best dressed man in the land. Even you, the best dressed man in the land. Even the richest man on the earth could not afford to wear such a costly garment. Very well, agreed Ahina. Taking the gifts, I agree to spare your life. The second nymph went away. Ahina now turned to the third nymph. Well, what have you got to offer me in return for your life? He asked. Grandfather, said the third nymph, I am giving you a magic goat. She has hoofs of gold and horns of silver. She gives milk of gold and silver too. So take the goat and you will be rich very soon. Take also this magic ring. So long you will wear it, no harm will come to you. Willingly, Ahina accepted the magic goat and the ring, and the third nymph went away. Ahina now decided to return home. He dressed himself in the magic robe and slipped the magic ring onto his finger. He placed the chital fish on his shoulder. He tied the rope around his waist. Then carrying the iron rod and the dish in his hands, he began to lead the magic goat along. When he reached his village, all the villagers wondered to see him dressed so splendidly and carrying so many wonderful things. Ahina quickly cut up the big chital fish. He distributed the pieces amongst the villagers. Once at home, he tested out the dish. True, it provided to be just the second nymph had said. The dish of its own filled with the most wonderful items of food. The moment Ahina ordered it to, Ahina and Agoni ate their fill. Now they knew they would never be hungry again. The next day when Agoni went to milk the goat, truly enough, the goat's milk turned to gold and silver. Ahina and Agoni soon grew rich. Ahina brought 5 wonderful horses. One day, Ahina dressed himself in his magic robe and wore the magic ring. He tied the rope around his waist. Then carrying the magic iron rod, he got onto one of his fine horses and rode away.
The road he now took lay by the side of the king's palace. Now it was the rule that no one should ride by the palace road. Thus, very soon, Ahina found himself in trouble. Some of the king's guards came along and took him before the king to be punished. How dare you ride on the palace road? Demanded the king. For that I will punish you. Since he wore the magic ring, Ahina was not afraid. He knew the ring would protect him. So at once he answered fearlessly, Sir, the rods belong to everyone else.
The roads belong to everyone.
Such you have no right to claim any roads as your own. How dare you speak me like that?
Speak to me like that.
Demanded the king. I have your head cut off. He was about to give orders when of a sudden he noticed the wonderful robe that Ahina wore. Where did you get that dress from? The king went at once. I got it from a nymph who lives at the bottom of lake, answered Ahina truthfully. The king thought Ahina was trying to joke with him. That made him more angry. At once he ordered his guards to seize Ahina and have him
Flogged.
However, as the guards
approached him, Ahina quickly unwound the rope from his waist and ordered to bind the men. At the same time, he ordered the magic rod to beat the guards. The rope and the rod obeyed at once. While the rope held the guards securely, the iron rod continued to beat them till they howled in pain. Ah! The king was greatly surprised. He did not know what to do. But seeing that Ahina was very powerful, indeed, he at once begged him to order the rope and rod to stop punishing his men. So Ahina called back the rope and rod. The king now requested Ahina to come to his palace and dine with him. Ahina.
dining.
Yes. Eating food with him. Ahina accepted the invitation. In fact, he soon invited the king to dine with him, on which occasion the magic dish provided most wonderful things to feast upon.
Ahina became a great man. Thanks to the goat, he soon grew richer even than the king. Thanks to the magic dish, he always had the best things to eat. Thanks to the magic robe, he was better dressed than anyone else in the kingdom. While with the rope, rod and ring to protect him, he feared no one. In the time king appointed Ahina as one of his ministers. Since Ahina was really a good man, he performed his duties faithfully. He served the king till the end of his days.
So friends, write in comments, what is the opposite of fearful?
Fearful. Write in comments.
What is the meaning of lay?
The meaning of lay is to put something in position, especially when it's gently or carefully. What is the meaning of line?
The meaning of lime is a white substance obtained by heating limestone used in building materials and help plants grow. So the sentence of lime is lime, betel nut and betel leaf is a combination of pan. So friends, subscribe to our channel,
hit the notification bell
and press the like button. Bye.